I know that you've done a comprehensive body of work on one topic in particular, which is thumb CMC arthritis. When you talk to a resident or trainee, do you think it's important to really focus on one area and really develop that deep multi-year expertise in one area? Or do you think there's also the kind of idea, the Edison who's just a tinkerer and kind of creates all kinds of different thoughts and creativity across the board?
Well, that's a great question. So, first of all, my interest in base of thumb arthritis evolved over, so I've been in practice 35 years. It was a very divergent, circuitous path to a focus. And so that's a roundabout way of saying, no, go after lots of things initially and see what kind of sticks. And at least for me, I'm definitely a dabbler. My interest in CMC arthritis took about 15 years. There were steps along the way. I grew up in a Kodak family. My dad worked for Kodak, who sold X-rays. He desperately wanted me to be a radiologist, but I couldn't stand that black box. But ironically, most of my research is around imaging and movement. And so there was a focus on imaging. I worked with a dentist who was doing a 3D multimodal atlas of teeth and wanted a similar concept for the human body, and the CMC joint works
Right.
the perfect avenue. And so it was kind of funny because my training had a lot of CMC arthritis, but I only took interest into it out of curiosity for a question about how can you better understand it. So my current lab focus is predict, prevent, and treat arthritis of the base of the thumb. So I think that approach could work throughout the musculoskeletal system.
Right.
So you asked me about what do I tell trainees. I don't try to impose, do CMC arthritis because that's the coolest thing. Even though it is for me, it's certainly not for them. But
Right.
more the curiosity of how things move, how they break down, how we can intervene. So it's different as a trainee
Right.
because you want them to think broadly, and they're choosing their specialty at that point, right?
Hmm.
But if they're a fellow or there's someone early in practice who wishes to pursue something that is research focused, then they have to kind of pull it in and say, okay, I'm going to ask a question and I want to stay with it for a period of time and work through it.
Right.
So those are two different things. First is curiosity, go for it. And second is if you really want to do this for a career, be curious and then work on something for a while fairly linearly and see what other opportunities open up.